Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, you are welcome. In this channel we talk about anything making money online, and today we'll be discussing on some of the common mistakes that people do. Some people think that crypto arbitrage is the way to go, which I don't really think that, but just to point out to you guys that it is not always so good and clear. As some of you might know, there are a lot of videos on YouTube where the people or the YouTubers, I would say, tell you something, but at the end they themselves don't do it. So that is one of the things you need to watch out. When you are watching a YouTube video, be careful. Let the person be able to do what they are saying as well, not just showing you. And before you quit your day job or before you start thinking of turning in your resignation letter when you start hearing of crypto arbitrage, you need to first of all weigh the risks and the dangers that come with it. Yes, there are dangers in crypto arbitrage. Just to point out to you guys that it is not always so good and clear. As some of you might know, there are a lot of videos on YouTube where the people or the YouTubers, I would say, tell you something, but at the end they themselves don't do it. So that is one of the things you need to watch out. When you are watching a YouTube video, be careful. Let the person be able to do what they are saying as well, not just showing you. And before you quit your day job or before you start thinking of turning in your resignation letter when you start hearing of crypto arbitrage, you need to first of all weigh the risks and the dangers that come with it. Yes, there are dangers in crypto arbitrage. It's not all smooth and good. There are possible mistakes. Not that crypto arbitrage is bad, but because of the fact that we are human beings and we make mistakes, this is where the problem lies. We are not robots, so anything can go wrong. So to help you understand these 10 mistakes that you might start making or you have been making, I will be taking it one after the other and also give you some of the solutions that you can do to avoid these mistakes when they happen, guys. So the first and common mistake that people make is with the issue of coins. There are some coins that look alike. For example, you have the USDT. USDT is a coin, but there are different types of USDT. We have ERC20 and TRC20, which if you aren't careful, you might fall prey to this and you might start an arbitrage where at the end you lose the money you have. So be careful with the coins that you use. There are so much more on coins that have the same names, but in reality they are different. We have some of the coins like Global Tor coin and Game. They all have the same logo and they have the same, I would say, short form. So yeah, they all have GTC and GTC. We have Helen coin and we have Horn coin. They are all the same and they have the same short form. So guys, be careful when you are doing that. And one of the solutions, one of the ways to distinguish these is, the first is to compare the prices and volumes between these coins and check and see if they are the same. Because the problem is that if you start finding a coin where you start getting an arbitrage of more than 50%, guys, you need to check and recheck well, because that is not the coin. A arbitrage of more than 50% looks a little bit shady, so be careful with that. And you can use websites like Coin Market Gap to check and be clear on the key coin and stuff like that, so that you will be able to differentiate. And also, guys, another way to check is to look at the logo of exchange. So look at the logo of exchange of the coin so that you can be clear on which coin is present in each exchange, guys. The second problem or the second mistake people do is that they don't check if the exchange wallets are online. Why I do say this as a problem? Because sometimes a coin wallet may be disabled or inactive and might even run on different blockchains between two exchanges, and sometimes it is even closed for deposit and withdrawal of some certain coins. So you need to be able to check that if the wallets are online. And why I do say this, because sometimes these coins are similar to one another. This problem is similar to the first problem. So you guys, you need to check and see if the wallets are online so you'll be able to be clear. A good example is USDT. We have USDT ERC 200 and USDT TRC, which runs on the Tron network, and one which runs on the Ethereum network, guys. So you got to check and be clear on that as well. So guys, the third mistake that people do is the high deposit and withdrawal fees. As we all know that there are fees involved in arbitrage, but sometimes people do not check these fees properly, and at the end, you discover that you are making a loss in the arbitrage. For example, Binance charges, I think, 20 USDT for withdrawal. If you are withdrawing USDT, I think it's around 20 or 25 from the last time I checked. So guys, be careful with that. And another example is the Heat BTC exchange. It charges, I think, close to $18 for withdrawal fees. So you have to check this before you start doing your arbitrage on exchanges. And the solution to this is, first of all, like I said, check the deposit and withdrawal fee and calculate your own expenses before you do an arbitrage. You can download an arbitrage calculator, put in the figures, check it out, and make sure that you are making a profit rather than making a loss. So the fourth solution or the fourth mistake people do is in terms of volume. As we all know, volume is very key in arbitrage, especially in buying and selling. The volume I'm talking about is not that of a TV or a radio when you increase the sound quality, but the volume here is about the amount of coins that are available and the speed at which these coins are be able to be sold and bought. So that's the layman understanding of volume in arbitrage, guys. So make sure that you are checking the volume of these coins, because you might get yourself stuck with a certain coin where you can't sell this coin or you can't do anything with it because there is a low volume, so you can't sell it and you can't do anything with it because of that, and you find yourself not being able to beat a price or to do something with that coin because there is a very low volume on it. Some exchanges as well are quite tricky, so they give you some kind of volume which you think you'll be able to sell, but at the end there you can't sell the coin. So ensure that you check the volume, and the solution to this is simple. Ensure the depth volume of a specific transaction. That is, you make sure that you see the transaction is able to move and pay attention to that exchange increase in the book order, or if it looks busy, or if the coin is moving. So make sure that the coin you are doing an arbitrage in is something that people are buying and selling and doing an exchange. So it has to be a coin that has a high volume. And also, again, try to ensure that it's a coin that people are using often. It should be a daily and live trading going on within that coin, guys. So pay attention to these two things, guys. The fifth problem that people make, or the fifth mistake that people make, is with schemes. That is, there's this scheme in arbitrage that is about pump and dump. Simply put this way, people hype the price of a low coin. For example, Shiba. It's just an example. They hype the price of Shiba on the computers in a way that it increases the price for that coin, and many people rush and buy that coin because it is growing, and at the end it is not the actual price of that coin. So they'll mislead people by giving positive statements or a price action so that they can get more people to buy that coin, and at the end they sell that coin at a higher price and make their gain, while you are left with a coin that has little or no value, guys. So be aware of that. And this is a little bit tricky because, yeah, the solution is one that you need to do a little bit of research, as I can say, because you need some analysis of the coin itself, the charts, and all of those things to actually see how the coin is. You can do that through Coin Market Gap and some other websites that give some technical analysis of the coins, guys. So the seed is deposit needs manual process, guys. So this is simply put it this way. There is no electronic way of depositing into an exchange. For example, if Binance starts that every deposit you do has to be manually verified, it will take a very long time, guys. So this mistake is that avoid exchanges which need some manual verification of your deposit. Some exchanges do that. I'm not going to call names here, but some exchanges do that, and they have to manually verify your deposit, and it takes a long time. They don't tell you why, but they have to manually verify it. And sometimes the coin you want to buy or the coin you want to do an arbitrage with changes, and at the end you are left with a coin that has no value, guys. So if you are still insisting on using exchanges that manually verify the whole process of deposit, I will suggest that you be able to use some amount that you can bear the loss, because sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Or simply put it this way, you break the transaction to small than larger transactions. For example, if you are to deposit 10,000 USDT, break that into maybe 500 USDT up to the price it reaches, up to the amount it reaches 10,000. So break it into smaller amounts so that you can minimize the risks of losing your money, guys. So the seventh mistake people do is on the exchanges that hold your funds. Some exchanges actually, they hold your funds, and it makes it difficult because crypto exchanges are not regulated. So in no way can you hold them responsible for what goes on, or you can't bring in the government or anything like that because they are not regulated. That's why some countries are very skeptical with that. So ensure that you able to use exchanges that do not hold your funds and do not run away with your money, actually. So use reputable exchanges like Binance, Nexo, and others. So if you don't have those things, I will drop a link to all of those exchanges in the comment section and in the description that you can register with, guys. I don't want you guys to lose your money because It's hard-earned money, and the solution to this simply is just to send in small transactions at first, that is to test and see these exchanges and do little transactions to see, than to put in huge money and at the end you lose that money, guys. Another solution to this, guys, is the KYC. KYC is know your customer, and AML, that is anti-money laundering, guys. So some exchanges you do use this. I know of Binance, I know of KuCoin, which they use this to ensure that your money is safe, but some do not use this. And some people whom I've chatted with, they do say that some exchanges they have used do ask these things, which is good, but others do not. And when they start asking, it's not really to solve the problem of maybe your money or your coin is in their exchange. They are asking it so that you won't be able to give it. I don't know if you are getting me, if I'm making sense, but simply they don't want to give you, so they ask you for KYC and lots of documents to show that you are the owner, but at the end they'll ask documents that you can't provide. So simply they just want to hold your coins. So another solution is try to keep your coins on external wallet. You can keep it on external wallets, guys. Don't put it on exchanges. So careful with that. You might lose a lot of money with that, guys. The third mistake that people make is they waste so much time to do an arbitrage, guys. As we all know, the crypto market is a very fluid market. It changes and it increases with time, and anything can happen. So once you see a crypto arbitrage, you check it, you verify it, you know this is an opportunity. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Do not hold back, because as you all know, it is a fluid market and it changes. And some of the solutions that I will say to this is simply to use arbitrage tools. There are lots of them online. If you are interested in some arbitrage tools, you can let me know in the comment section and I will recommend some for you, which I personally use, which I will say they are good because they will be able to check the process and check everything for you. So you don't manually need to check everything. You only need to buy here and sell on the other side, guys. The ninth problem, guys, which most people make or some people face in crypto arbitrage is simply issues with transactions. There are a whole bunch of problems that can arise with transactions. There can be exchange overload, wallet issues, withdrawal issues, exchanges down, and many other more, guys. So be careful with this. And again, it's simple. The solution: break your transaction into smaller amounts. Avoid large transactions at once. If you are using a large transaction, be confident, be sure of the exchanges you are using, guys. Do not put in confidence in, or they are not reputable. So break your exchanges into your money into smaller amounts. And the last is with the problem of some exchanges charging high trading fees. Like I said before, I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and I do realize that most of these guys on YouTube in crypto arbitrage, they do suggest things to you, but they themselves don't do it. They'll advise you to do this, but at the end, if you do it, you actually lose money than making money, because they do not factor in the trading fees that some of these exchanges have. Again, if you are one who is facing this problem, you can use Binance. I think Binance, for new users, they do get some trading amount fees which they can use to pay for fees. I will drop my link in the description box so you can check it out and benefit. I think you get, is it $10, and you start down there and work your way, guys. So, like I was saying, some exchanges do charge high trading fees, and some of them are not very reasonable, as you can see. For example, Coinbase Pro in 2019 increased their fees by 233%, guys, and that's a lot. And at the end, you realize that if you are doing arbitrage, you kind of make a loss, you don't make a gain. So the solution to this, guys, is simple. Make sure you check the taker's fee and the maker's fee, the fee that you will use to buy and the fee you will use to sell while trading. So check both and weigh them and fit them into your expenses. And also, guys, this one is quite simple. Find a way to reduce the fees in some way. Like I said, Binance, for new users, they do get a amount for trading fees, which is free. If you aren't new to Binance, or if you are new to Binance, you know what I'm talking about. So if you are new, my link will be in the description. Register there and get that fees, guys, so you can make more money and reduce the trading fees that you will be asked by the exchanges, guys. So to recap of everything we have said, simply is trade what you can avoid, what you can lose. Don't trade what you can't afford to lose. Even with the analysis and all of that, you can still lose money. So crypto arbitrage is not really so safe. So trade what you can afford to lose and be open to losses as well. Every trading has risks involved, and be ready to take that risk if you are into crypto arbitrage, guys. And if you are interested in a way that you can do another type of arbitrage, which is not crypto, and if you are interested in that, you let me know in the comment section, and I'll do another video on a different type of arbitrage, which is completely free. You don't need any card, you don't need any transferring of money left, right, center, and this is simply on pure crypto arbitrage strategies. It is simply just something that you can do at the comfort of your home. So if you would like that, let me know in the comment section, and at the end of this video there will be a link to another video. If you are interested, we want to know more on how I was able to make 10,000 naira from just 5 minutes. So if you want to know how I made 10,000 naira from Binance and Payoneer, I suggest you watch this video next. Thanks, guys. See you later.